Good afternoon, folks. I'm starting seedlings today and wanted to talk to you about how you can increase the germination rate of all your seeds that you put either in your garden or in some type of a seedling tray, starter tray, like what I'm using here. I did not have a lot of success in the past with a lot of my garden seeds. A lot of them just failed to come up, and I have learned under other people's guidance a better way of doing this to ensure more of these end up germinating. We need to be concerned with the planting depth. We're going to cover them not with soil but with sand, and during the germination process between when we plant them and when they come out of the ground, we're going to keep them covered with a cloth, and we're going to water through that cloth, and I'll explain all of that as I go here. Now, first off, I have beet seeds here in my hand, and we're going to put these in this tray, and I'm going to cover them with sand. And this is true for regardless of the seed. You want to cover it with sand 2.5 times the thickness of the seed that you're putting in. So this is a beet seed. It's fairly big as compared to, I just did peppers here. They're little bitty thin things. So we're going to cover them with a little bit more sand than we do with the pepper. It's still 2.5 times the thickness of that seed, but we're going to have more sand over the top of the pepper, beet. We're going to have more sand over the top of the beet than we are over the top of these little thin peppers. Now, the reason we're going to use the sand is very easy for that seedling to push up through. It does not typically compact. It doesn't have any clay in it. It's not going to be difficult for that seedling to get through. We have a very heavy clay soil here in Missouri, and if we plant these things too deep, we're never going to see them break through the surface. They just don't have enough energy stored in that seed to get that shoot up to the sunlight. Now the sand, I have a concrete sand that I use because I use this concrete sand in my grow boxes. You can get this. Here's the sand that I'm using. It's a concrete sand, and it's a concrete sand because it's been washed, so there's not going to be any weed seeds in here. This sand in particular has grains of different sizes. The particles, there's some small, there's some a little bit bigger. Nothing really big, and it's not entirely all fine either. It's got to be clean sand, or you're going to have weeds right off the bat that you're going to have to contend with. I like to have it dry when I'm covering the seed. It shakes out of this can pretty easy. And then I'm going to cover it to a depth of 2.5 times the thickness of the seed. It's a little hole down here that I'm filling up with sand. There's no seeds there. Just shake it out and cover your seeds. Now, another advantage to having the sand in here is it shows you right where you've got your seeds planted. It's going to contrast with the soil around it, so you'll know where to look to see if your seeds are coming up. Alright, now after you've got everything covered, you need a cloth material like a burlap or the shelf liner you can buy in a roll at Walmart. They're fairly inexpensive. You're going to cover all of your seeds with the burlap. You're going to do that before you water. So you will cover your seeds with your burlap. An old cotton t-shirt would probably work if that's all you've got, or the shelf liner. Okay, dummy, thank you. You don't even know what you're barking at, do you? Now, the reason that we want this burlap is it's going to act as a diffuser. So as you water, it's going to take the pressure of the water, and it's not a lot, but I have some pretty little seeds that I've got in here, and it's going to diffuse that water pressure and allow it to soak through gently into the sand, into the seeds. If you do this in your garden, and you get a heavy downpour of rain, this will help to keep your seed from becoming dislodged, breaking either the sprout or the root hair off that has established and killing it. So you'll put this on, you'll water every day, and you're also going to check to see if your seedlings have come up. If your seedlings, as soon as you see them starting to come up, water everything one more time, and then you're going to take this off of here. If you leave it on too long, those seedlings will come up through my burlap here, and when I pull the burlap off, you're going to kill your seedlings. Alright, it's that simple. Especially if you have clay soil, if you do this method, I think you're going to see big results. Now, let me show you here. Sorry, kind of a scatterbrain. This is a packet of asparagus. And the planting instructions on here say to plant these 1/2 inch. It's not a very big seed. And when you take into account my heavy clay soil, if I would have put this seed in the ground as per their instructions, I would see very few of them that would ever actually germinate and produce asparagus. So when I do these, I'm going to put them in here. I'm going to ignore the planting depth on the instructions. I know that's counterintuitive. Yes, they make seeds. They should know how deep to put them. Trust me. 2.5 times the thickness of the seed with sand, and you're going to see a lot more seeds that germinate in your garden, in your seedling trays, in your cups, whatever you start them in. You're going to be more successful, and it's going to help to get you a better garden. Alright folks, as always, thank you for watching our videos. I hope that these are of help to you. I've had folks commenting lately, and I sure appreciate the comments, especially the comments here and where everybody's from in the world. If you have any questions about what we're doing here or anything that you've seen in any of our other videos, please leave a comment in the comment section, or if you're interested in the Mittleider gardening method, which what I'm doing here is part of the Mittleider gardening method, there is a group on Facebook called the Mittleider Gardening Group. Join the group and learn a better way to garden. Thank you and have a good day.